Welcome to lecture series on eccentric loading. Today we are going to discuss a problem from the question paper September 2023. Question 2b. The problem is in this way. The frame of an hydraulic press consists of two identical steel plates. In the side view, this hydraulic press consists of two steel plates, each having thickness T. So there are two steel plates in this hydraulic frame of the hydraulic press. The maximum force P acting on the frame is 20 kilonewton. So maximum force P is here tensile force. Tensile force is exerted here in the press, and that force is 20 kilonewton. The plates are made of steel, plain carbon steel 45C8 with tensile yield strength of 380 Newton per mm square, and factor of safety is 2.5. So determine the plate thickness. So in the problem we can write down the given data as the maximum force given data for this problem is in this way. Maximum force is given 20 kilonewton. So maximum force P is equal to 20 kilonewton. So 20 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. This is the tensile load value acting on this frame of this hydraulic press. Then frame is made of steel, plain carbon steel, whose yield strength that is sigma YT. Yield strength of this plate sigma YT is given 380 Newton per mm square. The factor of safety FOS is equal to 2.5. Then here this 150 mm is the depth of the section, and in the side view the width of this two steel plate is T plus T. This is the total width of this two steel plate. So depth of the section that is H. Depth of the section H is equal to 150 mm, and width is here in the side view. This is front view of this hydraulic press. So width is T plus T, that is 2T. So B is nothing but the width of these two plates, width of the plates. So B is equal to T plus T, is that is twice of T. So twice of T is the width, and depth is measured like this in this direction. Depth H is equal to 150 mm. Now from the line of action of this load P, this is the line of action of the load P. From the line of action of load P, the distance of the inner fiber, this is inner fiber of this hydraulic press, and this is outer fiber. So distance of the inner fiber from the line of action of the force or load P, distance of the inner fiber from the line of action of the load or force P, from the line of action of the force P. Line of action of force P. That distance is nothing but we'll mark it as a B1. So B1 is equal to 200 mm. So from the line of action of the force, this distance is called as the distance of the inner fiber from this line of action of the force P, that is given 200 mm. Now the yield strength in tension is given to us. Yield strength is given 380, sigma YT is equal to 380 Newton per mm square, and factor of safety is 2.5. So now in this problem we have to find out the plate thickness. So very first step that we have to do, we have to calculate the allowable tensile stress in the steel plates. Allowable tensile stress of this steel plate, that sigma allowable is equal to sigma YT divided by factor of safety sigma YT divided by factor of safety. So sigma YT is 380 divided by factor of safety is 2.5. So we get this allowable stress value, and this stress value is 152 Newton per mm square. 152 Newton per mm square is the allowable stress value. Now area of the steel plate, A is the area of the steel plate, and that is calculated as area of the steel plate, area of the plates, and area A is nothing but width B into depth H. So area A is equal to width is twice of T into H, depth is 150. Depth is given in the problem figure, that is 150. H is equal to 150. So this comes out, area is 150 into 2 is 300 multiplied by T. So this we get the area of this steel plate, that is in terms of T, that is thickness of the plate, and that is in mm square. Unit of area is mm square. Then eccentricity E is nothing but eccentricity or distance of the centroidal axis or CG of this section. Distance of the CG of the section from the line of action of the force P, or from the force line. We'll call it as a force line, from the force line. So E is nothing but line of distance of the CG of the section from the force line, and that eccentricity we can calculate. Eccentricity E is equal to, so from the load, this distance of inner fiber is 200 plus this depth is 150, so CG lies at half of this, that is 75. So 200 plus 75, this is the distance of the CG of this section from the line of action of the force P. So eccentricity E in this case is calculated as 200 plus h by 2, 200 plus h by 2, and that is equal to 200 plus h is 150 divided by 2, that is 75. So we get this eccentricity 275. 200 plus 150 by 2 is 75. So eccentricity in this case is 275 mm. Now we have to calculate the section modulus Z of this given section. Given section is of width B and depth h. So section modulus of this section modulus Z for the rectangular section is BD square by 6. BD square by 6. So here B is the width and D or h is the depth. So it is BH square by 6. This is the section modulus formula. So section modulus Z is the section modulus, and it is calculated in this way. So Z is equal to Ixx upon Y max. Ixx upon Y max. So Z, section modulus Z is equal to Ixx for rectangular section is BH cube divided by 12, and divided by Y max is half of the depth. Depth is 150. So distance of the outermost surface from the CG of this section is h by 2. So this comes out 2 will go in the numerator. So it is 2 divided by 12 is 1 by 6. H cube upon h is bh square. So this Z formula becomes 1 by 6 into bh square, and its unit is mm cube because width is in mm and depth is also mm. So mm into mm square is mm cube is the unit of the section modulus Z. So we have to now put the value and calculate the Z in terms of thickness. So B is twice T into H is 150 square. H is 150 square divided by 6. So this comes out 7,500 into T. It is in terms of thickness T. So we get this section modulus Z. Section modulus Z. Now we have to calculate the direct tensile stress acting on this inner section or inner fiber. So there are two types of stresses acting at the inner fiber. That is, one is a direct tensile stress, because the load is of 20 kilonewton and it is tensile. So when the load acts, the direct tensile stress is developed at the inner fiber. Also, this load into eccentricity is 275. Load into eccentricity, this causes a bending moment in this way. So when bending moment act like this inner fibers are subjected to tensile stress and the outer fibers are subjected to compressive stress, bending stress of compressive nature. So the inner fiber is most critical section for this hydraulic press. So we have to calculate first direct tensile stress developed at the inner fiber. So direct tensile stress, that is sigma D, and sigma D is equal to P by A, where P is the tensile load. So sigma D is equal to load is 20 kilonewton, so 20 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area of the plate that we have calculated. It is 300 into T. So area is divided by 300 into T. So we get this direct tensile stress sigma D developed at the inner fiber. So 20 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 300, this comes out 66.67 divided by T, where T is the thickness of this plate. So this is the value of the direct tensile stress developed at the inner section, inner fiber of this hydraulic press. Then second stress is a bending stress. And bending stress is denoted as sigma. B. So sigma B, bending stress is calculated as sigma B is equal to m by z, where m is the bending moment and z is the section modulus that we have just now calculated. So bending moment is nothing but equal to tensile load P into eccentricity E. So P into E divided by section modulus Z. So we have to put the load value. Load value is 20 into 10 raised to 3 multiplied by eccentricity. We have calculated it is 275 mm divided by section modulus Z. तो eccentricity हमने 275 कैलकुलेट किया था और Z का वैल्यू 7500 times t, mm cube में है z का वैल्यू. So z value is 7500 times of t. So we get this sigma b bending stress developed in the inner fiber of this hydraulic press. So it is 733.33 divided by thickness t. So this is the bending stress, and these two stresses, their unit is Newton per meter square. So this is the bending stress. At the inner section, this bending stress is of tensile nature, because we can see due to this tensile force, the inner fibers will get elongated and the outer fibers will get shortened. So there is a bending stress of tensile nature at the inner fiber, and direct stress at the inner fiber, it is also tensile. So both the sigma d and sigma b both are tensile at the inner fiber. So we can calculate now total maximum stress or resultant stress develop at the inner fiber. Total maximum stress, sigma max, we have to calculate sigma max. So sigma max is equal to sigma d, that is direct tensile stress, and sigma b is also tensile. Both are tensile, that's why they are added together, and now we can calculate their magnitude. So sigma d is 66.67 upon t, plus sigma b is 733.33 divided by t, thickness t. So this maximum tensile stress develop at the inner fiber is equal to, दोनों का एडिशन करेंगे, 733.33 plus 66.67. So it comes out 800 divided by t. So we'll mark this as equation number C, equation C. Now this maximum stress developed in the steel plate should be equated to allowable stress. So equating maximum stress sigma max to the allowable stress. To the allowable stress, we get thickness. To the allowable tensile stress, that is sigma allowable. दोनों इक्वेट करना है और t फाइंड आउट करना है, सिग्मा अलाइबल. सो सिग्मा मैक्स इज इक्वल टू सिग्मा अलाइबल. Sigma max is equal to sigma allowable. Sigma max is 800 divided by t, and that is equal to sigma allowable we have calculated in the initial step. Sigma allowable is 152 Newton per mm square. So equating that 800 upon t is equal to 152. Therefore t is equal to 800 divided by 152. 800 divided by 152. So this comes out 5.26. For round up value, we have to take the round up value. Round up value is 6. So the required thickness of the plate is 6 mm. Required thickness of the plate for this problem is 6 mm. Required thickness of each plate. This is the required answer for this problem. In problem we have to find out this thickness. So this is our required answer, 6 mm. 6 mm. So in this way, this is the very first problem on eccentric loading. So in eccentric loading, eccentric load is replaced by direct stress and bending stress, and then we have to equate the maximum stress to the allowable stress, and we can find out the required dimensions of the cross sections. So in this way, this problem we have completed. So thank you very much. See you in the next lecture on another important problem from PYQs on eccentric loading. Thank you.